Ahead of the 2023-2024 academic session of primary and secondary schools in the state, the Lagos State government, through the Office of Education Quality Assurance, has met with key stakeholders to deliberate and chart a course of progress for education activities for the academic year.
Gone are those days that we just release the calendar from nowhere and we just send it to schools. Now we want schools and other stakeholders to participate. Secondly, is that if we look at the number of people that we have here of varying backgrounds, we are going to share best practices. The way you think you do it in your school, you will learn from others. We will also learn from you as a government to improve what we are doing, just as you will also learn from us to see what are those things that we are doing that you can take from.
Director General, Office of Education Quality Assurance, Mrs. Abiola Seriki Ayeni says involving stakeholders in the process will result in having better outcomes and also give them a greater sense of ownership.
Is to ensure that everything is standardized, not just with public schools, but also with private schools. This is something that the state government is committed to doing in collaboration with stakeholders, and it is even embedded in the mandate of the office to make sure that our stakeholders' voices are heard, but as government that we're able to ensure that the standards are there and we can help them to comply to the standards that we have set forth to ensure that all children are in school for a minimum number of learning days.
In order to ensure that schools are properly monitored and activities in schools are properly coordinated, so we came up with that private schools and public schools should have the same template for school calendar to ensure uniformity and to ensure adherence to the days that we have picked during this type of session.
Participants reviewed the current academic calendar, deliberating on its shortfalls, and came up with new ideas to improve on the harmonized calendar.
Very, very important in the sense that the Lagos State government doesn't want to do the thing on their own. They have to make everybody to be part of everything. So if they had wanted to do it on their own, they wouldn't have invited the schools. But since the schools are also the stakeholders, yes, I think it is important for the schools to be part of everything, so that the government will not be deciding for the schools, because the schools are the stakeholders.
It's like involving all the stakeholders in coming up with an harmonious school calendar year. We have here a group of people from private schools, people from public schools, the religious sectors, they are all everyone there. And I think that is one thing the Lagos State government is doing to get it right, to ensure that education development in Lagos State is second to none.
It is expected that at the end of the meeting, the state government will adopt the feedbacks from these stakeholders to come up with a uniform and more robust academic calendar.